Hello, Guardians. Today, we will be going over how to get the Season of the Wish exotic bow, the Wish Keeper. First, head to your director menu and select the Legends page. From there, select the exotic mission, Starcrossed. I found a lot of void-shielded Minotaurs and arc-shielded Taken Centurions in this mission, so accommodate the weapons how you see fit. Personally, in this run, I use my bolt endings, still hunt, and my Spectrum linear fusion rifle. Once in the mission, you'll be met with a jumping puzzle. Just keep heading further ahead, and eventually you'll be met with a few goblins and 2 minotaurs. Heading through this area will lead you into a giant open area. Don't feel overwhelmed here. It's all pretty straightforward. Keep in mind there will be some annoying ads just to keep you occupied as you move through. Take care of them and keep moving ahead. You may notice a yellow beam shining into the sky near the start. This will give you a buff once stepped into called Dom's Gift. This isn't a mechanic just yet, so don't feel the need to grab it. But keep in mind, this will play a part of the mechanics further into the mission. Eventually, at the end, you'll be met with a few more ads near an endearing cliff with a blue light in the sky, a symbol floating above a triangle cut out in a tree. Once you stand in this blue puddle, you will obtain the Sire's Obligation buff. Ahead, before the door, a taken phalanx, and a new symbol above his head. This symbol, above or near the phalanx, corresponds to the door's symbol. It won't matter now, but these symbols will always be read from top to bottom, and how they need to be dealt with. So, stand in the puddle and get to work. I would not recommend standing in the puddle to shoot the phalanx, as you're going to have a very hard time seeing unless your brightness is set to absolutely nothing. So, just grab the buff, shoot the phalanx. He's pretty beefy. If you lose the buff at all during the fight, you will need to get back into the puddle in order to continue doing damage, as well as to see the symbol above the phalanx. Once inside the next room, you will have 3 symbols to take care of, with the needed symbols all the way forward before the locked door. These symbols will change if done in the wrong order, so head forward to the closed door and verify the symbol's order. Step into the pool of Sire's Obligation and get to killing. If you need a map of the layout in this encounter, here's my absolutely insane artistic take on this encounter's map. Once you finish up here, grab some ammo and head through the door. You will now be presented with that Dom's Gift buff again. This buff allows you to walk through fire rooms. You can tell it's a fire room because it looks like a room full of hot fire. Make sure not to fall down because, yeah. Once you grab the buff, just follow along on screen. It should be noted, if you pick up both Dom's Gift and Sire's Obligation, you will receive a buff that is called Crowned by Dragons. This allows you to perform the actions of both buffs. You will now be in this open-ish area, which is a little bigger than it leads on visually. You will notice a door that is blocked with 3 symbols to the left of it. These symbols correspond to interactive panels that need to be activated in 3 separate rooms. Follow me on screen to the first room. In this room, and sort of all the others, you will need to kill all the enemies present here and kill the big chicken, the wyvern. Once that is done, head to where Mr. Chicken was once alive and standing on the platform. There should be an interactable panel here that is now unblocked. Just hold your interact button on it and imbue. Once again, follow along on screen. And grab the Dom's Gift. I found it easier to shoot things from outside the room and head in once the minor and major ads were taken care of. Just kill the chicken here, lay waste, and interact with the panel. This next area is a bit of a stretch. Yeah, sorry, bad joke. Anyways, kill the ads here and Mr. Chicken. In the back of this fancy open-ish hallway, you will find the last panel to interact with. Just keep heading ahead of you, and you will be back in this open area where we first entered before we killed all of Mr. Chicken's family. Now that we are back, Mr. Chicken's distant cousin is here to get revenge. Just end him, and eventually you'll be making a fool of him for even trying to enact revenge on his family's killer. A big boss will spawn. Just take care of both of them and disgrace their entire family's heritage. Once you have ended their bloodline, the portal can be accessed and you will be able to head through. Continue the path shown on screen. Eventually, you'll be met up with the rest of the previous bloodline's friends and their family. Start by unaliving the first few and follow the path on screen. You'll be met with a bunch of taken ads. Take them out too and keep moving forward. Once you have made it far enough, there will be another door locked, this time by only 2 symbols, still rating top to bottom. Go ahead and grab both perks, it just makes this process a lot easier. Kill the shielded foe, head into the room with the correct symbol to the door. Nothing special here, just make sure you leave to refresh your buff, as you will die very fast in these rooms without it. And you won't even be able to kill the dude you need to without the buff. Once both rooms are cleared in the proper order, head to the now newly unlocked door. Place your rally banner and grab both buffs. This encounter can be made a little easier if you understand a few things. 1. The phalanxes, when killed, will remove the boss's rotating shield. 2. There will be harpies and detainers flying around the room that need to be taken care of swiftly. 3. Once the relatively important ads are dead, start dealing damage to the boss. This includes the groups of harpies, the detainers, and the taken, all the rest of them. Just get rid of them and do the damage phases in between their spawns. Trust me on this, it will make this process a lot easier if you're by yourself. If you have groups of friendlies, there's some leeway there. 4. Keep refreshing your buff. Just make sure you are crowned by the dragons at all times, and you should be fine. 5. Taken goblins love to have close relations to the pitiless mind. Stop them, and end their bloodline too. Once you have finally ended this ruinous mission, you can head through the now opening door and collect your reward. Thank you, Guardians, for watching, and have a good day. Cobra out.